Hey boys and girls,
Hello.
how's it going? I'm Bart,
And Dave.
and this is Two Men and a Chinchilla.
What is a chinchilla actually?
I think it's some sort of animal.
Is it like an article of clothing? Like,
Oh, you're right, isn't it a stuffed dead animal people wear around their... Oh, you're right. Oh, shoot.
what? Or it's like a taco, or like a Mexican street food.
No, you're thinking of chilaquiles.
Yeah. But anyways, like, I have actually been thinking about the title of our channel because it's like we weren't really thinking about longevity with that. Because right now, like, we're actually more accurately two men and a toddler. Sloan is.
Don't call me baby then.
I know. As much as Sloan will always be our baby, the truth is that she is now officially a toddler. She is toddling, like no joke, toddling around.
She is.
And then, yeah, if our sibling journey ever works out, no real updates there, then we'll be two men and a baby and a toddler, and eventually two men and two toddlers. So yeah, we didn't really think this.
Babes. Babes with a Z. Change the Y to a Z.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like 13-year-olds in LA. Like,
Babes.
Babes.
Yeah, two men and bibs. Bibs.
Yeah.
And a bibs.
Oh, low battery.
Alright, keep going.
So yeah, so what did we do this week?
So, we looked at some 2'S programs.
What is a 2'S program?
2'S
I'm asking that for you, not for me, because I was with him.
I was gonna say, this
Yeah.
explains a lot. A 2'S program is kind of this introductory year before you really go into preschool when you're 3 to help kids socialize, get away from this whole separation anxiety. At least that's what we thought it was supposed to be.
Yeah, because like my 2'S program, I mean, growing up was being like plunked on the couch, my mom plopped on the couch, and my mom smoking her cigarette and like paying no attention to me and letting me play with marbles or something like that, or like eat wood chips. That's my 2'S program. Look at me now, prepared for life.
Don't you like universal everything up there? How do you not have a universal 2'S program?
Like Canada? No, we literally had nothing like this. This is like a new,
Alright, fine,
totally new concept.
So that's the way you grew up. I think I also didn't go to a 2'S program. I think my mom told me I went to a regular preschool program, which was called Pied Piper. Still lacks a website or any other resources such as that, so I think it's probably quite stellar start to my beginning of my life.
Wait, wasn't the Pied Piper like he would play the flute and the children would follow him?
Yeah.
But they would like follow him to disaster, right? Like, didn't he like take them away from the village or?
Gosh, I mean,
It's kind of weird for a program that's supposed to prepare you for life to be named after this folk character that led children to some sort of horrible.
this is starting to make sense.
Yeah. So we saw 2 programs this week, and I'll tell you about the first one. So the first one,
No fair!
we walk in, and it is honestly like Plato's Utopia.
Dave, could you just make sure that
Okay.
people understand what the hell you're talking about?
Dial it back.
Dial it
It
back.
was like this idyllic like preschool environment. Like you walk in, everything is like toys from like Scandinavia somewhere, and like all the children are like
Everyone's smiling.
yeah, perfectly dressed. They have like braided hair. You know, like their parents were clearly like watching a lot of YouTube videos. They knew what they were doing.
Or they just had
Always
moms
know.
who were good at hair naturally.
And everybody's like, everything was so clean, and the staff were beaming, and it was honestly lovely. And we were like, oh, we could really see Sloan going here, until we got the piece of paper at the end. It was like, this program, 2 days a week,
For 3 hours.
3 hours a time, was like, should we say it? It's like so crazy.
Sure.
It was $15,000. $15,000.
Was it that much? I thought it was more like 13.
Either way, like no way.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
As much as we like love this environment, there's no way that Sloan's going to that school. Too expensive for us.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. So then we went to another preschool that won't be named. It started off with us coming in our stroller for what we thought was going to be a very informal meet and greet and then a tour. We show up. We park our stroller right next to the lines of other strollers. We were promptly told by security that our stroller was not in fact parked right.
Yeah.
And we had to repark it in a different area which was almost comedic because it's just a row of strollers.
Yeah. Do you think that was crazy that preschool even had security in the first place? Like, is that a weird thing, or is that actually?
I don't know. I feel like nowadays, who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, different topic. Let's not talk about that. So we go in, we show up. Little weird vibe to this school. Felt a little sterile. People weren't the warmest there, unlike the first school we went to, which you didn't talk about, but the fact that everyone was so nice and like Sloan hung out with the teachers and they let her play with toys. And so we show up to this thing. We meet the person that we're going to be chatting with for a few minutes, and we go in, and within, the first sit down, one of the first things that she mentioned is like, Sloan shouldn't be here. Like, what?
You can't bring your baby to a preschool tour. They don't want to meet. This is literally what she said. They don't want to meet your baby until after she's enrolled.
So, like, okay, maybe someone should have told us that, because no one told us that. So already off to a freaking great start. So then we're continuing with the, sour taste in our mouth. One of the first questions they ask, what are your pedigrees and where do you work? Really?
What is my pedigree? What do you think I am, a poodle?
I eat Purina, dog chow, baby.
No, but this woman's sitting across the table, and like, she's sort of writing things,
She's taking notes.
But I think she's like literally just writing like which companies we worked for, which schools we went to, like
it was insane,
crazy. Like we're being interviewed.
Yeah, and like it was like, oh well, what do you do at Sloan? But it was really like, what are her talents, right? What is your 18-month-old's talents? What does she do? You know what my response was? She likes taking things out of bags and then putting it back in. Is that all right for you?
And she was like, that's nice.
Yeah.
Like, what are these other parents doing?
I don't know.
Like high gliding?
High gliding?
Yeah.
Hang gliding?
Hang gliding.
See, this is why we're not getting into that school.
No, but she's like, what's the right answer to that question? I wipe her butt nonstop. I pick poop out of her butt. On her, like multiple times a day.
I started talking about what we've started feeding her to eat. We're eating curries now. We had some Indian food yesterday, and I don't know. Anyway, it was just very odd, this whole thing. It was like the interview felt like interviewing us, like the caliber of our resumes and like where we work and like the strength of the companies we work for, and like very little about Sloan and what we want Sloan to get out of this year. Another question after those great ones was like, why is this school the school for you? And trying to sell them and why we're so excited for the potential of even getting into the school. Also soon after, this was a school that was trying to convince us to send Sloan to full day Mandarin.
Immersive
Mandarin at 2.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know English, guys. She's really bad at it, okay? We need a little help on the English before we progress into another language.
Yeah, and then we asked her, we're like, well, how many kids do this immersive Mandarin stuff? And she's like, most of them. And I was like, why? And she goes, well, you never know. They might at some point like be doing business with China, negotiating trade deals. I was like, Sloan is too. Like, who the hell was? And honestly, and we're also like, by the time Sloan is
we both work in tech, so we have a strong belief that
by the time Sloan is 30 something, and it potentially don't, like, we're all gonna have like gadgets where you speak and it automatically translates. So anyways, it's not necessary.
Anyway, the school for many reasons was not for us. So we were supposed to stay for a tour right after this interview, and then we just, we're like, let's just not waste anyone's time. So we just told them at the front desk, like, thanks so much, but this school's not for us. We bailed. And it was just very odd. I think the saddest thing about the whole thing, although the questions were weird and I thought they were very impersonal, just the vibe of the school. Like the person we were interviewing with, it seemed like she hated children. She literally, I think, hated children. Yet she was the only way between your kid like getting into this program. Like, I don't know.
I think that would be like the love of children would be a bona fide work requirement.
For preschool. I mean, I get if you're like have some older kids. If you're in middle school, I feel for you. Those kids like. There's hormones, the teenagers, like I get it. You like love/hate the kids. But we're talking about preschool.
I know.
Preschool, like, come on.
And then the icing on the cake, I mean, even though we would never want to go to the school, it was even more expensive than the last one. So anyway, so this week was, like, we basically don't know what we're doing. Because we saw 2 schools, they were like One we actually really did like. The other one we hated.
We loved it, but we can't
They both
go,
were so expensive.
probably.
And so we are thinking that, you know, there's a community center that we take Sloan swimming, and, you know, they do have these like ceramic classes and like socializing classes.
And they have like a 2's
probably enough.
preschool prep program.
Yeah, and it's probably enough. And, you know, it's like, I think it's really reasonable. It's not super expensive. That's what we love the center. It's like this bastion of sanity in our neighborhood where there's like so many parents of just being so crazy and, you know, taking their kids to all these really
Extracurriculars.
intense programs and intense activities.
Yeah.
But then the community center is just really chill. You know, it's just we just like it there. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take her there. Maybe just plop her on the couch, smoke my cigarettes, give her some marbles, and call her there.
You're gonna take up some smoking?
Yeah, I'm gonna take up smoking. So I can give Sloan the 2's experience that I had growing up in Toronto with my mom, who really was like a chronic smoker. I love her, but she was a chimney.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, let us know. So in the comments, just tell
What
us.
did you do for your 2's, right? You call your mom, you call your dad, you ask your siblings, what did you do at 2?
Yeah, tell us about your 2's.
Yeah.
And tell us what we should do.
Yeah, tell us what we should do. I'm gonna do some more digging about my 2's program, which I didn't go to. I didn't go to 2's. It was the Pied Piper after that I went to.
Who like piped you into the woods away from your family.
Yeah. Anyway, creepy. But I'm gonna find out more as well.
So you know, if you like this video, please subscribe, and you know, tell your friends and push that like button or whatever you're supposed to do on YouTube if you enjoy a video.
It's a thumbs up.
A thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like this. If it was too rambly.
Don't tell them
Too rambly. And yeah, have a great week, and we will see you next Sunday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.